Oh, hello. Good morning, Washington. This is Dave TV for Saturday the 24th. You caught me right in the middle of doing my head. Oh, wow. CBS suits are not worried about WNEW's slow start. Huh, that's interesting. Interesting piece in yesterday's Inside Radio newsletter. Patience is the headline for CBS Radio's new Washington All-Newser. Of course, we reported here on DCR TV not that long ago that the new WNEW ranked 32nd in the February monthly radio numbers for Washington, with WTOP in first place. And, this is not too good. But Inside Radio says that Dan Mason there, he's the head of CBS Radio in the whole country, right? He's the head of it. He says that they're not worried, that all newsers are soft and slow builds, and that, they're just going to keep plugging along. And, he said he called WNEW an outstanding radio station. And but he also had high praise for WTOP, Hubbard's own WTOP, calling it one of the finest in the country for a news station. And Dan Mason says CBS Radio will muster its digital forces and put some money into the digital side. I hope that means upgrading their website because, they do need to work on that website. Interesting that you wouldn't put, in this digital age, that you wouldn't put doing your website, upgrading your website as one of the most important things you do. That's one of the things I think, one of the reasons why WTOP, it's hard to get, I can't see this side here. Oh, let me move this over here. Excuse me, pardon me. Oh, I dropped the camera back behind this. Oh, this is so unprofessional. So unprofessional. There we go. I need to see over here what I'm doing. But anyhow, you think when you start an all news station these days that you would focus on doing the digital thing, the website, build that out. And I think that's one of the reasons why WTOP has been such a successful station, because they recognized they were ahead of the curve on going over to FM, at least among all newsers. And they were also ahead of the curve in developing out their website, which is one of the most popular in the nation, actually. At least for news, one of the most popular local news websites. It's often linked on Drudge, the dippy old Drudge. Oh, I'm still on. Some other news there from the CBS Lanham Broadcast Complex. It looks like sports talker WJFK 106.7 The Fan is making a few schedule changes. Come Monday, Mike Wise has been co-hosting with Holden Kushner. It's actually the Mike Wise Show with Holden Kushner. Well, Mike Wise, they've been doing the 10 to 2 slot. Well, Mike Wise will move solo. I guess he'll have some other folks on with him, but it'll be the Mike Wise Show. Will be on from noon to 2, with Holden Kushner getting paired with Danny Rouhier, whatever, in the 10 a.m. to noon slot. I think that's a good move. That comes at the same time that WTEM ESPN 980 will be upgrading or changing its schedule to put Doc Walker on there with Brian Mitchell and Scott Jackson in the 2 to 4 slot. They won't compete directly. So there's some changes coming up. Big deal. Interesting thing with WJFK, that will put Mike Wise. Now Mike Wise will not be directly competing with Tony Kornheiser, because Tony Kornheiser airs from 10 to 1. Wait, Tony Kornheiser airs from 10 to noon on WTEM. And Mike Wise will now air from noon to 2. So the two Washington Posties, Kornheiser, a former Washington Postie, and Wise, a current Washington Postie, won't be directly in competition. It looked like in the ratings that Kornheiser did tend to beat out Wise anyhow, almost every time in that slot. So that will be interesting. So the JFK needs a lot more fixing than that, though. They really do need some major duty fixing, especially in that afternoon drive show. So that's good. These cheap little Target razors, yeah, they're okay. Okay. I got to do this right. What else is going on? And the other big news going on. There was some more stuff I wanted to talk about. Channel 7 and News Channel 8's Britt McHenry, who is the sports reporter there, is heading to San Diego to be a sideline sports reporter for Fox Sports San Diego in their coverage of the Padres. She's been with she's been on News Channel 8 for quite a while. She's hosting the high school sports final, and she started her career as a community reporter for News Channel 8. Yeah. Oh yeah, Albie Dee. Albie Dee's been all over the place. He's a long-time PGC veteran. He was on PGC back when PGC was a top-rated station. Always been all over the place. He's been up in Baltimore, and he was on the old Globe station. He's been all over the place. But Albie did mornings at PGC on Friday, fill-in work for DJ Free, who was out sick. As we told you, Albie's now doing weekend work at PGC. He also does the afternoon show on Classic Rock WZBA The Bay up in Baltimore. So Albie's keeping real busy this morning. Also, Emily Coop gets named as morning drive co-anchor over there at WFED with Tom Temlin at the Federal Drive. I'll tell you something. WFED gets even lower ratings than WNEW gets. But, Bonneville Hubbard claims it makes money. It does. For a station with almost no ratings, it does make a considerable amount of money, again, targeting those federal power movers and shakers. Yeah. All right, folks. That's Dave TV for today, Saturday. Don't forget, the website needs your support. We're not owned by a large, big conglomerate. We're an independent. I'm an independent. This is it. This is the entire work staff. The entire staff of DCRTV is me, hitting our 15th year. And the reason we've been here 15 years is because of your support. So please, we do sell some ads, and they do help us out a lot. But we also rely a good chunk of our operating income on your support. So please take a minute. Pop a few bucks our way. We're about halfway through our $10,000 spring fundraising goal, and any amount counts. $5, $5,000, whatever you want to pop over. Send it on PayPal or send it to send us a check. We really can help. We really could use your help right now. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, that's Dave TV for Saturday. Have a great weekend, and so.